Here we go. He's going to go
Right,
live
now
again.
You're going live. Now you're live.
Good morning, rise and grind. It's time for Wake and Bake with the Growskis. I'm Skillable One, joined as always by Sequence and Dankman Dan and Tara. Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, chat. Oh, I need this cannabis really bad this morning.
You hurting or just on your nerves?
I'm hurting for some
Coffee.
caffeine and coffee
Yeah.
and sugar.
I did make coffee for this show, which is probably the first Wake and Bake that I've made coffee for.
Usually Pepsi.
So I'm excited for them out of Pepsi. So
Oh, that's
to go through the extra labor of making coffee this morning. See what
French
usually
press
it. Yeah. I got the French press right here.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to French press. Brought it all the way to my desk so that I can refill my cup, during the show.
Correct.
But normally I would make the coffee at about this time, which is my normal wake up time. So it's tough getting me out of bed earlier than this time to even do the pre-show stuff. So I'm out of Pepsi, so I had to make the coffee. So here we are. I see the Dab Smith shirt, Scobo.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Gotta rock that, man.
Shout out to Dab Smith. Shout out to Easy Swap Pots, our show sponsor. Check out Easy Swap Pots, easyswappots.com. Very cool stuff.
MBGS time.
MBGS is the coupon code for 10% off. I would recommend them if you're interested in easily transplanting plants or using fabric pots for other purposes. Square pots, very nice stuff.
They start
All right.
square.
Let's do some. Yeah, they start out as square. If you fill them crazy full of dirt, they will not be square.
Scround.
Scround. Let's roll around the panel real quick, do some introductions, and we can get into it. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for being here. See all your green names popping up. Blue names for your moderators. Thank you, guys. Tara, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Fantastic. I just realized that I'm drinking coffee out of my Falcons cup, and I think they're 0-4.
Hey, way to represent.
Oh,
you're muted.
I said, well, we're the team of 0-16. They're working on it. Just getting there.
yeah,
I said,
they might. Dankman Dan, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sequence.
Where can everyone find you?
Oh, you can find me at Instagram a lot. You can find me at the Michigan Bros Grow Show on Sunday nights. And you can find me here. Today might be my last day on the Wake and Bake for a little while, but we'll find out. Still,
we'll do some talking in the background too, Dan. We'll figure it out
for sure.
While we're on the topic, though, my work schedule is changing and Dan's work schedule is changing, so the show's schedule might move from Thursday to a different day, or we might kick Dan off because the schedule is changing.
Yeah.
And find someone else, not to replace him, but to replace him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
No, we'll figure it out. I'm hoping to change the show to a different morning, but we'll see what works the best for everyone. So
yeah, we'll keep everybody posted.
But this may be the last
too. I don't know if I got weekends off. I'll know a lot more next week. So
okay, cool. Well, the earlier you can know, the better, so that we can get everyone on the same page and we can figure it out.
I should know by Monday.
Perfect.
Yeah, otherwise going to start the show at like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, man. And
no, I don't.
Sequence already can't get up that early.
No, the goal's not to make it earlier, but if we had to, I would do it on Saturday morning, or I would do it on Friday morning, or whatever. So we'll figure it out.
Flexibility.
But you know what I mean? I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if Tara can do that. We gotta, like everything, we gotta make sure it works for everyone.
I'll figure it out.
Cave Diver says, black out my face and change my voice, and I'll take Dan's place.
Do it.
Cave Diver, we didn't interview Mass Medical, all right? The voice changing and the was like an episode of Maury when he's talking behind the curtain.
It's the bad 1980s thing, where they slow the voice down.
Slow it down and reverse it somehow.
Or just put the black line across your eyes,
Mm-hmm. The black line across your eyes. The Superman.
Super truly old school 1970s way of securing your anonymity.
Absolutely.
So let's kick this off. What do we have going on this week in everybody's setup? Sequence is, you want to start it?
Yeah, I'll start since I've been talking. I got the flow. I did a dab. I'm feeling really good. I don't have any Q-tips though. What the fuck?
Oh, that's bad.
Damn.
Jazz.
Fresh Cut Farms, who I haven't seen in the chat yet, and we share a greenhouse. So shout out to him. This is his first grow ever. So we have some pictures of his first photo period plant ever that we harvested. This is kind of a bad segue into me not being able to show you the picture right now. I'll figure out a way to do that. Go check out
the Instagram. That's how you do. You shoot them over your Instagram, bro.
Yeah, I can shoot them maybe to my Instagram and then show them that way. But the first photo period plant that Fresh Cut Farms ever fully grew through cycle and harvested was Mac 1. So that's kind of funny. I think it's really on brand with his first ever grow being a 1,200 square foot greenhouse.
Yeah.
So shout out to Fresh Cut. Definitely earned it. Really excited. We got Mac 1 hanging. We also cut pineapple cane the same day. And then a couple of days later, yesterday, we cut down sour melon. One of the plants. There's like at least a few more. So I'm excited about that as well. The sour melon was really chunky. It's going to be a bitch to trim though. It's one of those ones that got real leafy outdoors. Like what a typical outdoor plant you'd feel like would look like, but worse. All the rest of them look like normal indoor plants almost, and how many leaves they have and all that. And today, the heat gets hooked up. We got the furnace hanging. Contractors were in. They hooked everything, hung the thing up, concreted it, plumbed all the lines. Today, the propane. Right after this show, I'm going and pulling money, going and meeting the guys, handing them a bunch more money, and they're hooking up the propane, and we're going to stand in there and bask in the heat. So I'm really, really excited. Really,
absolutely.
Really,
that's huge.
Really,
weather has worked with you the last week, though, pretty much. You know what I mean? We had that cold spell, and then it seemed to warm up a little bit. So getting the heat in now is just about right on time. If you couldn't have got it done a month ago.
Well, the last couple days have been really nice because the people that we hired to put the heat in haven't had to work in like a 40-degree greenhouse.
Right.
So when it's like really cold and rainy outside, it's really not rainy, but really cold in the inside because the fans and stuff.
Yeah.
There's 11,000 CFM of, we didn't have any way to heat it. So we had all of that cranking to keep air out of the greenhouse basically. And it gets really, really effing cold in there. So this will allow us to be more comfortable in there, which will allow us to work in there and get caught up on some stuff like it'll be nice to prune the plants back a lot before we harvest to eliminate a lot of that work.
Sounds like you need me to come work.
Yeah, feel free. I'm sure it's not a problem.
I'll be there.
That campground spot for you.
It might be a little cold to camp this time.
No, she can just camp in the greenhouse.
Oh yeah, it's heated now. You can just sleep in there.
Fuck yeah.
That's where you'll find me.
We'll have to charge you admission.
Pillows, blankets, set.
It's extra security.
And that's a great potpourri to go to sleep to as well.
Oh yeah. Just walking up to it's great.
Oh, it's incredible now. I mean, as a grower, every grower knows, but like the last few weeks of your grow, like 2-3 weeks, they really get stinky. And it's definitely there.
Yeah.
After we cut the Mac 1 plant down, we had sawdust, by the way. I took a picture of that. I thought that was pretty cool. Maybe the only time you'll see Mac 1 sawdust.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody chop down with a chainsaw before, so that was pretty cool.
We're going to chop them all down with the chainsaw.
Hell yeah.
It's really cool. That 20-volt DeWalt.
So you're doing full plant hangs then?
These 3 plants we've hung full plant, but they're ahead. We won't have nearly enough room to hang any quantity of our harvest if we do full plant. Like our hang tent's full because they're full plant, but the plants are this big, so we won't be able to do that. We'll have to bring them down to branches and then hang them.
See, that's my gig. Is I got to hurry up and get this shed weathered in so I can dry in there that outdoor cycle, because I can't
That's a
bring
good
it
idea.
inside to dry because I'm worried, and it's way too big. I don't have nowhere to hang that much.
So we built that dry tent. Some people got to see it and some people didn't. So I'll describe it really quick. Every outdoor grower runs into the same problem. They harvest plants and then don't know how they're going to hang them, because it's a once a year problem. So you're not building a building just to hang plants. You're not all of that stuff. So
lines in the garage.
Yeah, like a lot of people will hang up lines in their garage and etc., which is part of the reason why outdoor gets a bad name, right? Drying and curing is the hardest part, and I don't want to say it's impossible, but it's very difficult to have the right amount of effort to finish it out the right way when you do it once a year. What we decided to do, since obviously we're not in the realm of like skipping any amount of effort, we built a greenhouse and all that stuff. We had a shed on the property that's pretty large. So we got a grow tent, brand new. It was like $350 right in the height of the COVID shortage of grow tents. So super expensive. And then cut a hole in the side of it and hung an AC in there. And then this is inside of the shed. We put an AC inside of a grow tent, surrounded it by that 1-inch foam insulation board. Just stuck that on all the sides of it to help it be a little bit more insulated. And then put just a box fan on the floor on low to keep the air kicking around in there just a little bit. So you don't want the air hitting your plants exactly. You want it moving around. And then a dehumidifier and an AC. So we cut a hole right in the side of a brand new tent that had no light leaks, which I thought was funny.
With a chainsaw. Yeah. With the same said chainsaw.
Oh yeah, we did cut it with the chainsaw.
That's crazy. You guys saw everything.
We chainsawed the side of the shed.
He gets a little, I would say over exuberant, but he did a really good job on it. So you can't say anything bad about it.
No, it looks
right. That's the funny thing is like if it gets done right, then it's good.
Yeah, it looked like a seamstress cut it.
Fresh cut's chainsaw. Very feminine.
Yeah,
very feminine with this chainsaw. But yeah, so we got multiple plants hanging in there, and we've already used it for an entire indoor crop of mine, which was like the trop cookies hung in there, which obviously cured out or dried really well.
The autos
and all that stuff is in there. So
you ever make it through all your trimming on the autos?
Oh yeah. There's a couple more autos hanging right now that we just harvested recently.
Oh, they went a little bit longer, huh?
Well, so what happened was, whoops, sorry if I hit my knee in the desk. We planted our full quantity of autos that we planted, but they were regular seeds. We planted what our full count would have been, what we wanted it to be, and then eliminated all the males. So like, I don't know, roughly half, right? So that roughly half we planted again, all regular seeds.
Right on.
And then culled those males and then planted them again. So we have like 3 or 4 waves of autoflowers, which it worked really well. And they're all about a week or 2 staggered from each other so that we didn't have to trim them all at the same time and stuff. It worked out really cool. So I think I would do that again. The way we had to sex them and stuff. Now we did, like I found a couple of seeds on one autoflower, and I think it's because the way that the plants were staggered when you're sexing them, and I think that we didn't catch one like for a day longer than you would want to or whatever. And it's because when you have to look at so many, it's easy to do. So, but we didn't, we harvested almost all of the autos, and that was prior to the photos being even sexually, they hadn't even flipped yet when that happened. So that was cool.
And the key that I thought was really interesting is that you used your aisle space before your photo periods, had time to really mature and take up the footprint in there. You had all these autos that you knew weren't going to become these 8-foot monsters. And then you guys had it originally timed so that as the photo periods were starting to fill in, the autoflowers are getting ready to, fill out and get out of there. So
it's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Fresh Cut said that and that was our strategy, and it worked out very well. I got to give credit to Spartan. I think he helped me come up with it. Because I was going to do something like a checkerboard design. Originally, before that, I was going to do a design more optimized for airflow, where all of the autos would be on the intake side of the greenhouse, and the photos would have been somewhere else, so that the canopy was kind of on an angle. Obviously, that was a dumb idea because once you harvest the autos, you'd have a half-empty greenhouse. So once I thought that, I was like, okay, I got to space out all of the photo period plants to use all of the greenhouse, and then work my way backwards from there, and came up with the idea of the aisles and all of that stuff.
And who did you work with for your autoflowers?
Mandalorian Genetics. EC Gorilla's asking, how many people do we need to harvest each plant? We had 3 people per plant. And yeah, the plants weren't, or the plants we flipped over so far have all been grown. I mean, all of them will be grown under a metal scrog net in a greenhouse to keep them shorter. They are very wide. So they're like, 4 or 5 or 6 feet. So to flip them over, you do have to hold the branches above your head and all of that, but you can do that. Plus, you can cut it higher up. So like a properly grown photo period is going to be lollipopped and stuff, at least some. So you can cut it higher on that stalk than the plant is tall, if that makes sense, and effectively shorten it for when you're hanging it. But we had 3 people just to help us not make it such a long process of cutting all the fan leaves off before we hung them. Because we did full plant hangs of like 5-foot around plants. So I was like, we want to make sure the air can get through here. So we trimmed out leaves and leaves and leaves all on the inside to make sure that it wouldn't mold and stuff.
Now, are you a scissor gang, or are you more of a finger snapper on those?
So this is interesting. I'm a scissor guy. This is Fresh Cut's first grow, and the whole time I've been a scissor guy, and he's definitely a finger snap guy. Has been basically all season, which I think is cool. But yeah, he's always rocking the fingers. The later it goes in the season, now that they're super, super sticky, it's not a very effective strategy. And you really should go more towards scissors. But like in that stage, when you're just ripping fan leaves off, it doesn't, that doesn't matter as much. But
glove up, sleeve up, and get at it.
Telling you guys, 20-volt DeWalt chainsaw, super cool. Don't lose a finger. You can cut down real trees with it. So you can cut down our trees with it. And it really is nice. It's nicer than breaking your shears or whatever.
I have one of those stupid fucking branch wizards. You ever seen those? It's like a small electric chainsaw that's on a pole. So yeah, you could just use one of those little.
For when you're afraid to cut your cannabis plants down, you can use that.
Exactly. If you want to be feminine about cutting things down, be sure to use a branch wizard.
So EC Gorilla says fingernails would help with finger snapping, which is true. But for fan leaves, you don't need that. They will actually pop off.
Roll them down. Yeah, you just roll them down like that, and they'll just snap.
If you go against the grain, so down like Scobo said, they'll come right off. But there's a product. I don't even know what it's called, Scobo. Do you know what it's called? That thing you put on your thumb to cut the leaves off?
Oh, I saw that.
It's like an as-seen TV
cool.
I've
thing.
just seen that at my grow shop. Yeah, it looks like a little silicone. It's like a little thing that goes over your thumbnail, and then you can get the one that has the 2 little holes in it. So it's just like just snipping right along. Yeah.
So like you can get scissors for your thumb. Like if you are a finger snapper and you like that, you can figure that out. That's a thing. It's pretty cool. When you're pruning, I often feel like using my hands would be faster because I have two hands and I can only operate one side of scissors. Because if you fail to operate scissors in a like a lack of paying attention way, which everyone has done, you lose a branch. You know what I mean? So you
I've
can't
done
do
it.
that. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Shit.
That's what led to the finger
When you're
snap.
way deep and
I'll never
Right.
forget when Fresh Cut was like, he's one row over and he's, shouts some
You
swear
screamed
word.
like a girl.
And I'm like, what happened? He goes, I just cut this branch off. I was like, yeah, I was waiting for the first time.
Hang it.
Like, that ain't gonna be the last time.
No.
throw it in it. It's a clone now.
No, actually, we saved it.
Oh,
So
you save it and fucking pull it.
I dipped it in Clonex because I had my Clonex there, and then I stuck it right back on the stem that he cut it off of, and I didn't tape it together, but I propped it up with white, like that green
Wire.
plant tie stuff.
Yeah.
And it's
Just make a coil.
right as rain, dude.
Yeah.
Probably saved 3/4 of an ounce.
Hell yeah.
Super
I've been
cool.
to
Not to be that
LST
guy, but I don't
before.
think that's going to really matter in the long term of things. But
No,
anyway,
I agree, but
I
like
digress.
grafting it back onto the
Sure.
same plant was really cool to do.
To be able to hold
Oh.
3/4 of an ounce on it, sure.
I was LSTing once and snap that whole top right off, and I got the plant and the top. I'm like, shit. So I just tape it together. Go to the next plant. Snap. Son of a bitch.
There's our Dan story. Doubling
That
down
one
on it.
together. Yeah, so they are definitely mendable.
Oh yeah, it's really cool to be able to say that you cut a branch off and just put it back on. I use Moist Flops. Asked how would Clonex help? Within my brain, I don't know the science, but within my brain, I know that Clonex has got growth hormones in it. So I used that to help the plant heal itself. That was my theory, was that it would help it grow. I mean, it worked. I don't know that it's the way, but
Could have been incidental.
yeah.
I've done the same thing with Hormex before when I broke one in half. When I put it in a scrog net, and you're trying to warm that top of the plant up so that you can really layer down. And when I got it over, it was where it was warmed up was fine, but where it wasn't, it like took it down the middle. So definitely. Just depends, if you've had a healthy plant and you have something untoward like this happen, chances are it's going to pay off because you can either hard top that and say, okay, fuck it, I'm going to make this a clone if it was like the main cola part. And then sometimes that can actually help that plant if you're somebody who opens up your plants and doesn't grow them all natural. So,
You know what? And I've noticed, it's on the opposite end of the plant, but when I'm like super cropping and I'm creating these big old knuckles, man, every bud above that knuckle seems to be fabulous. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Once it builds that knuckle up, and then every bud above that knuckle just seems to be better than my standard straight branches. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it or it's just me assuming that, but they sure look better.
Especially, it's because a knuckle point is where you're trying to even your canopy out for the most part. And then when you're doing that, everybody's getting equal light and you're removing everything that's below that because there's no reason to keep it if it's laid down. So then you're focusing all of your plant's production on what's in the best light rather than, as I was saying, without going with the lollipop and the all natural.
Right on.
If you do this long enough, you will definitely fuck some shit up. And then you'll learn, a lot of times you'll learn, damn, these plants can take a lot more abuse than I thought they could.
A lot more. They can dry out more than you thought they could. They can die a lot more than you thought they could.
They can die and come back.
Oh yeah.
We call that hibernating.
Yeah, like Porch Farmer said in the chat, just not autoflowers. They will. So but what happens is they don't recover. When they recover, they've been stunted so much that you've really damaged your yield a lot. And with photos, you can just add another week to your veg and you're good. Very forgiving that way.
Well, it is 6:25, and I want to say good morning to all 52 of you that are hanging out in the chat. Hopefully you're able to smoke along with us and start your day off right. Maybe have some laughs along the way. If Dan tells another story, I think we're going to get closer to that point.
Oh, gosh, what story can I tell?
No, it's been a week, Dan. There could be a story.
It's been it's a crazy week trying to get a lot of things done before I start this job. But yeah, I haven't really had no true adventures. Just working on the hash room, man, trying to make
It's good to hear that there's
progress.
no adventures this week.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
You could use a
nothing
break.
I can recall off the top of my head. But yeah, it's been going good. My outdoor's doing really good. I could probably take it down now, but I don't have nowhere to put it, so it's still kicking.
I wanted to ask you about your
32 degrees this morning.
hemp that you took down. What do you think of it? It's been down for what, 2 weeks now?
That 420 wife has smoked it. She says she wasn't too keen on the smoke quality.
Okay.
We're gonna isolate it, probably turn it into bubble hash and make some dry stuff out of it.
It might be the first thing that goes through the new shed.
Yeah. It's actually hanging right now in just a shed. But yeah, we're gonna do some isolation with that. See if we have any CBD, and if we do, we'll know that there's a good potential for the many seeds we have of this next year to run.
I had a similar experience with CBD flower, Dan, and it wasn't yours or anyone. I ordered it. So, like that Happy Buds hemp, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's fine, very smokable. But when you're used to smoking very high quality flower,
Correct.
it is not the same.
Correct.
Now I'm positive that it's not grown to the same standards that our like indoors grown to. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's hard to say right, exactly. So it's hard to say that if like the CBD plants are going to be worse or not. It'd be interesting to see one that was treated exactly the same, and maybe what it would be like.
These are dry and all brown and
hempish.
And
Hempish?
yeah,
hempish.
I don't know. It's different. I see it. It looks like weed. But
it looks like weed. It's tricked many a man before.
Yeah, man.
Okay, well then let's shift gears, Dan. Do you want to tell people why you had a big ass fucking semi out in front of your house?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So you guys know I've been waiting.
This is your highlight. This is the highlight.
Yes. I've been waiting on this freeze dryer. Oh my gosh, it took me 3 months to get it, and they shipped it to me, and then the truck broke down in shipping and added an extra week. But yeah, man, I got my freeze dryer. It's here. It's ready to go.
We're excited for you, man.
Sitting right there, man.
You've been waiting for that how long, Dan? When did you order that?
All summer.
I ordered it
all summer.
June 24th.
Yeah. So for reference,
if you guys are in a freeze dryer market, man, it takes a long time.
Got to plan ahead on those.
We built the greenhouse this year, and we popped the first seeds like 10 days before you ordered your freeze dryer.
That's crazy.
Give you some perspective and time.
The full harvest.
I ordered some nice food grade barrels yesterday, some 20 gallons. Those are coming in. Those will be on Friday. Power, we'll be getting power over next door property here soon, probably next week. Pretty excited, man. Things are happening. Hopefully by the end of the month, we're up and running and washing out.
Do you have the CoolBot thing for your AC?
No, we're not going to get the AC till spring. I need a heater, actually. You know what I'm saying up here. Mm-hmm. So we'll be running a wall mount electric heater in there.
Okay.
What's a cool mount?
A CoolBot.
CoolBot will trick your AC into running colder than it's supposed to.
How's that work?
Most AC units will stop cycling when it's about 60-ish degrees, and they'll make them go down to like
35.
Yeah, 35, 36 degrees.
It's like a walk-in cooler now.
It's like that's how you make a hash room.
Basically, that's what we built we're building a walk-in cooler. I should have been 2x6 walls now. I'm thinking about it.
Thicker insulation. What's your R value?
Well, we're just going to put R13 in there. I mean, it's small, 120 square feet. It's not huge. So we went with 9-foot ceilings so we can elevate our wash bins slightly off the ground, have gravity work on our side.
And getting older, it's easier that way, right?
Right on, man. I almost wish we went 10-foot.
You need to retire, Dan, so I can hire you to make me some of this stuff.
No shit, man.
I'm going to do it on the weekends, man. I thought I was retired, but now I guess I'm going back to work. But That's okay, man.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, man. I'm really excited, you guys. This is
Kick
the
it.
Class C facility. It's an outstanding facility. It's
Yeah, I was
soil.
gonna say, I think all you've
soil
shared
grown,
so
water
far was that
only.
you were just growing plants.
Yeah, water only grow, and that's pretty impressive in a commercial setting.
So it would be like
Really
the
is.
super soil thing?
Yeah, they have their own mix they use. Soil microbes, man, water
Oh,
only. Their pest prevention is going to be cleanliness, man. It's really impressive. When I walked in for this interview, I thought I was walking into a hydroponic, rock wool situation, and it wasn't the case. These guys impress me. Their number one goal is quality, and they're going to get their production and their plant count. So yeah, it's exciting. I have a lot of anxiety about the amount of work. I know what they're going to be taking down every week, and that's a lot of plants. And I just hope they have the big crew to do it. So
I hope to have the big crew to do it. Is that your hootie who?
oh man, I'm telling you, 500
I think
plants a week.
you're going to have a situation, I think, similar to Spartans, right? Where they probably hire people to help trim and stuff, but you're still going to have to do it as well, that kind of thing.
Yeah, man. I'm not sure. I'm not there yet.
Right, yeah.
Tell you what, I seen their cloners though. Man, they got like 600 site cloners. It's crazy, man. And there's like 4 of them. You're like,
Yeah,
holy
man.
shit. Beautiful, beautiful.
When propagation's a full-time job.
All LED, rack system. Cool shit, man. Hopefully they can let me take pictures.
Yeah, I'm excited. Ask him if I can come up there and take pictures for you.
I will definitely. They know about the Bro Show. When I
Promo
went for the
pictures.
interview, I've definitely shouted you guys out. This guy found me on Instagram. So.
Dan put us on his resume, guys.
For sure, man. On my cannabis resume.
Yeah.
They wanted
That's the only relevant resume you have, Dan.
It is now. That's the only one I care about.
You're a professional cannabis farmer,
Dan.
Dan.
Pay cut from the construction trade, but at this point in my life, it's about passion and doing what makes you happy.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited. It's cool to hear a lot of that stuff, especially that they're doing LEDs and soil and all that. So
yeah, and it's water only. I just can't believe
hell
it.
Yeah. Wishing them a lot of luck.
Absolutely. It's a major undertaking, especially when you got so many root balls to take care of.
It'll be exciting to watch you.
I do have one question. Is you say it's water only? Is it automated or is it hand watered?
No, there's drip system.
Okay.
When I went for the interview, there wasn't no plants in there yet. They were just getting their plants, and then it'd been like 2 months, and I hadn't heard nothing. So I kind of just thought I missed the train, and no, man, I got an email about 2 weeks ago. They told me if I could pass a background check, they'd be interested in bringing me on.
Did you have to take a drug test, Dan?
No, they know I heavily.
Oh, that's
I
good.
let them know that at my interview.
Okay, that's good.
That's what I do.
That's a concern I've got, when I'm trying to get a new job.
You know what, man?
I don't want somebody working.
You see me is the way you get me.
I don't want somebody working in an apple orchard that doesn't eat apple pie.
That's right.
Feel you right there.
Yeah, I'm excited, guys. It's 30 minutes from my house. It's cool. Good time.
30 minutes is enough time to get a couple of songs in, get wide awake, get pumped up, go get it done, and then the half hour on the way home gives you time to decompress. You know what I mean? Get your mind right, and then you can jump back into the hash shed and get popping in there.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, I have to be there at 7:30 on Monday, so they said my schedule on Monday was 7:30 to 4. If that was my regular schedule, that wouldn't be too bad at all.
The earlier they start, the better it is for you, right, Dan?
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
All you boys are yapping as usual.
What's going on in your garden, Tara?
Oh.
Ish.
Gosh, the babies are getting huge. We're
So you got a bunch of stuff vegging, right?
Yes, a lot. I mean, a lot. I mean, I need 2 more tents, a lot. So I'm way over, but everything's doing really, really good. I lost 2, but they were things that I knew I was possibly going to lose. They were cuts, so it wasn't something that I had one that successfully rooted. So I was really good with it. So I wasn't too, hard pressed about it. Granted, I really would have liked the 2 extra divine storms, but 1, I'm not going to be too greedy, so I'll take it. But they're doing really good. I'm actually thinking about the crescendo and the skunk are doing really well. I might throw them in with my batch that's going to get ready to flower myself, because they're right along, probably height wise and everything, doing really good. So I think that they should be okay to throw in and flower them out also. So that's going to be happening within the next week. I'm waiting on my scrognet to get done. Shout out to Mr. Chuck. He's helping me at the bubbling bucket.
Oh yeah.
He's alleviating me from having to do it at all. So, because he knows that I can't use a tape measure, and I'm so bad. So bad. So he's helping me. So I really, really appreciate his help. But I totally took like 3 hours of work on both girls last night, which really, really needed it. The GMO was tall again and needed some help coming back down. So cooked a little bit more. And boy, that GG4, she is so stinky. I mean, you just wave her around a little bit and she's just like, woo, here I am. So cleaned those both out real, real well. And they're doing really good. So we're hopefully going to flower next week. I know I keep saying that, but the GMO took a hard hit because I went the past 2 weekends to Michigan. And so that's been it needs some recovery time.
Yeah, but don't be ashamed. I mean, all of my plants suffered from me being so busy this summer. My indoor plants, anyway.
Wow. Oh, I mean, I'm busy, but I should say I should probably stay home and take care of my plants one weekend, but I'm having such a good time. So
I should too, honestly.
So I do want to shout out TreeNut420, one of our new patrons. He sent me a message, and we lived within, I mean, we're in the same state, but not that close. But on my way coming back home, I stopped and sessed with him, and he sent me with a great care package. So I'm very appreciative of that, and really nice guy. Really nice flower too.
Shout out.
Good brownies also. Tara's all about the freaking brownie or a cookie, so definitely wanted to shout him out. That was really nice to meet him, and I didn't end up on Dateline or 48 Hours, so that's always a good thing too.
That's what I warned Tara of.
I texted Sequence and I was like, how about you check on me in a little bit? He's like, all right.
Pretty funny.
All good. But I want to do one more shout out for my lovely sweatshirt here. Godspeed. He sent me a great, great gift in the mail. He sent me some CBD isolate for my daughter so I can make her some goodies. And I got this awesome sweatshirt, which I am definitely sporting and using very much because it's freezing here now. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you reaching out to me and doing that. That was great. I really do appreciate that. And I hope that I can give back a little bit something someday to the people that have helped me through this whole period of my time right now. And I'm really, really thankful. Thank you guys.
Cool sweatshirt, Tara. Good luck with the white.
Yeah, it's already dirty.
Yeah, but I'm
good. As a smoker, it's gonna definitely get some ashes on that one.
It's my dog, so it's not even that.
That white looks good in the drawer.
Yeah, I love it. It's nice and comfy.
In the drawer, he says.
I can't wear white. Fuck no.
Can't have a white wedding at all.
Hell no.
Dan does too much.
Off-white.
Or Normish Micro gave me this optic foliar shirt. It was white, man. Like 20 minutes.
Yeah, man. Every time I look at Dan's hoodie, I'm reminded of Trix breakfast cereal, even though it says drip. It looks like, like the Trix font.
It reminds me of Flip Skateboard Company.
That too, yeah.
No, man. my shout out to my daughter. She used to work at Rue 21 up here. Yeah, they keep me fashionable.
They do.
They do, man. They Steve Madden bags and all.
I was gonna say I could never
Snazzy.
not give you shit about the Steve Madden bag. That
Hey,
was
man,
so
you got
funny,
one?
dude.
Do you got one, Sequence? Do you want one? I'll get you one.
Get him one, man. You gotta get him one.
That's your Christmas, dude. I'm gonna put a bottle of CalMag in a Steve Madden bag and give it to you for Christmas.
Yeah, man.
It's so
I
funny.
can see that.
Dude, hell yeah, that's it.
So for the story, we'll give the backstory. We were in Luzerne, way up there in the northern area, at the camping thing. I can't remember the name of the place.
Bigfoot Lodge.
There you
Bigfoot
go.
Lodge. We were
We're going
camping
to
and smoking. Yeah,
Yep.
Tara will be up there this weekend at the Croptoberfest, I think they're calling it.
Yeah.
And we're smoking away, and then I noticed that Dan's bag that he's got all of his smoking stuff in is a Steve Madden bag. And I know, because I'm a cultured man, from Wolf on Wall Street, that Steve Madden makes women's shoes. So I asked Dan where he got his bag from, thinking that, giving him a little shit.
And he has some nice pumps that might be in your size.
No, dude.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
like fully oblivious to the whole freaking thing till he told me. I was like, oh, well, I should have known because my daughter is real Kardashian-esque.
That's the first thing you said, too.
Yeah, man, for real, she is. And, yeah,
I do
whatever.
respect that you rock it, even after knowing
Yeah,
that
I even brought it back a second time to the turn-in.
exactly.
No
It's your
shame,
signature
man.
trademark.
No shame,
Your
brother.
Steve Madden clutch.
Yeah, that's it, man.
You have to keep it now. I like it.
We'll rock it this weekend for you, proudly.
Yeah, the weather sounds like it's going to be nice for this weekend, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
It's gonna be nice.
All right, Skilbo, let's hear about your garden. Did you do anything?
I have been working on getting my veg together. So in veg right now, I have some Rainbow Driver, some GMO. I have Dan's Primal Punch. And I have, what else is actually potted and not in the cloner? Something else that's escaping me. Then in my cloner, I have Oreos, Blue Gelato, Headlights, and what is the other one? I can't remember. I'm pretty fucking high at the moment. So what I've been doing is I'm probably day 8 in flower right now with, I have Blueberry Quintessa, I have Winnie, I have Oreos, Wedding Punch. That was the other thing, Wedding Punch. And yeah, so it's rocking along. It's kind of in that in-between stage. You're starting to see stretch, starting to fill out the nets a little bit. Once I get things moved around, I'm going to cup the clones, and then I'm going to pop the seeds, and then that'll stagger everything out enough and should be back in business. GG4 is another one's in the cloner.
And it's tough to remember all them genetics. So shout out to you, nailing all
Try
of
it, man. A lot of those are
it's tough.
Yeah.
I was just sitting here thinking, dude, I couldn't even name every strain I got. So shout out to you, man.
I can't either. Not at all.
Right.
And I was
Not at
just
all.
thinking, I should write that shit down.
Yeah, I need to, because people keep asking me for like clone lists and that sort of thing.
I just try to visualize what I'm looking at and like, okay, what was in that? Oh yeah, that's what that one is. What do those leaves look like,
Dude, I just have a tray of solo cups.
That's it, dude.
It's like 40 solo cups all next to each other. Like what? The fifth one in, the four up is sour melon.
Get it?
That is exactly. I got solo cups with pots around them on the outside. About fucking 28 solo cups.
Yep.
Like, holy shit. God, I don't want to put them in any easy swap pots, because then they'll fucking grow.
I have like a 3-foot square tray of solo cups.
Well, I use kind of like you do. I use a washing machine tray.
Yeah, exactly.
I got it set up on an angle with a grate over top of it, and it just drains down so into a little, well, bedpan really, but you want little catch basin, and I empty it out. So yeah, that's my little drain the waste veg system. It works really good.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, that was weird.
I was reading the chat.
I know, I am
So,
too.
just
My
trying
bad.
to- It's all right. I've got good vibes today. I got the good coffee.
And the Trav too
It's
says,
actually
"Oh, you
the-
guys are live." Absolutely, sir.
Yes, sir. We are live. This is the good morning show where you can get high with us, go silent with us. Sorry. Drink some
Sometimes
coffee.
you just smoke yourself silent. It's good, man. You don't always have to be on.
Yeah,
But-
everybody went silent. They probably thought we froze.
I do all of my talking for the whole day on this show, and then me in person, much quieter, for sure.
Correct.
But that's fine.
We'll
Just
sit
usually
there.
the only thing you hear from Sequence is fucking witty rejoinders. That's
Yeah.
about all you get.
Yeah. I'm always smoked myself silent. That's my goal for my reality.
He's either being quiet or rolling joints.
Right. But I actually moderate how much I smoke when I'm live so that I can be productive in some sort of way or be entertaining or tell stories and have my brain work, shit like that. Because it won't.
It just won't. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm warming up the email for hash time.
I already had mine going. I had some GMO rosin.
Yeah,
I
I got
Warriors, man.
the apple cake from Yeti Stash still.
That's what Sequence was doing when we went
The
live.
2 dabs.
Just taking a big dab. Yeah.
2 dabs so far.
What are you holding up?
That's some BHO shatter I got.
What strain is it?
It's very good. It's just a mixture like Trim Run. Good stuff though. For
Get you
shatter,
started.
good stuff. Yeah. I have other jars laying around, but like I said in the chat, I'm out of Q-tips. So every time I take a dab, it just gets baked in my e-nail. So I'm just dabbing the shatter for now. Because I got rosin here and I have dab smiths, and I don't want to disrespect the wax by putting it in that nail. at this
Which
moment.
dab smiths do you have left? What do you have?
All of them. All of them.
All of them.
I have Foul Mouth, Trop Cookies, Sunset Sherbet. What else? I don't know.
I
There's
really
some more.
liked the Trop cookies and the foul mouth. I really liked those too.
I would be interested in smelling the Sunset Sherbet.
Meat Breath and Cushman's.
Good.
I have also.
Ooh,
The Cushman's was diamonds and sauce. That was interesting. I'd actually turn up the nail to 450 to get them all to melt consistently well. So that was cool.
Interesting point. I
Yeah.
wouldn't think to adjust the temperature.
You do when it doesn't melt.
Exactly. Kick it up a notch, baby.
The Trav asks about diamond dust. I smoked diamond dust at the Michigan Supply and Provisioning grand opening event we went to. They
Shout out
gave
to
us
Miss C.
shout out to Miss C. They gave us diamond dust. We tested it like 25% or so. It was very dusty and like trichomy, and it smoked well. The flower was it wasn't grown by them or anything, but it was I don't know. It was small and stuff, but I mean that's what you expect of commercial bud. I've explained that to some people in person, but it's always going to be bucked down all the way as far as it can. So your commercial flower is always going to be smaller in general. So you have 0 stem weight whatsoever. So.
And where are they located at? Since we're doing a shout out on them, what city are they in?
Ann Arbor.
They are in Ann Arbor. Okay. So definitely go check them out.
Yeah, they've got glass in there. They've got shirts and sweaters, and I'm actually wearing a shirt of theirs right now, but I'm wearing
I got
another
this
shirt.
bowl from there
Take it
for
off, baby.
$2.
Oh, nip shots.
There we go.
There's their
Okay.
logo.
There
Not
we go.
this logo. Not this logo, but
Come in there. Rub it a little bit more.
this
Look more.
logo.
Cheap bowls. I got this for
It won't do it.
$2.99.
The top logo.
Yes. Yeah, you got some super cheap glass. You and
And
Lori.
I've got this one from there also, my cool pipe. I really like this one. But this was only $14.
That pipe's a good design right there.
Yeah,
Well, and it's heavy too. It stands up when you want to load it. You know, get it ready for hash time.
Super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, that's a nice pipe.
Yeah, I really, really like them. I got two really nice for cheap too. I mean, you can't beat that. So I've been trying to baby them and not break them like I normally do.
I like the pipe that Skilbo got me so much that I gave away my old pipe.
What the flat one? No, you didn't get rid of that one, did you?
No, which one?
The crazy flat one.
No. I have that.
No, yeah, don't get rid of that one. I've never seen that one before.
I ain't getting rid of that.
Yeah.
I ain't getting rid of that. But I did get rid of a $25 pipe because of the one you gave me.
So here's my little PSA: is if you know somebody that smokes and they use a pipe, make sure Christmas is coming, guys. So for those cool ass stoners in your life that always have one to match, or always got your back, pick them up a nice glass pipe, man. Personally, I'm going to give a shout out.
You see me drop all those ashes on my keyboard?
I totally
turned it over.
I totally did.
Fucking idiot.
I use BDT Glass. Shout out to them in Chesterfield and also in East Detroit. And if I was down Tara's way, I'll give a little bit of an Ohio shout out. My favorite place to get glass down there is the Cupboard in Cincinnati. They've been around since 1949, so definitely OGs. I think I totally got that just about right too. I hope it's 1949 and not like 1951. But you know what? It was longer ago than fucking Skilbo, so it's definitely seasoned.
You weren't born before 51?
No, I wasn't born for the Korean War, brother. I know, man. It's crazy. It's more of a President Nixon baby.
I can't dial in how old you are.
Yeah.
Hang out with all of us young bucks.
And you know what? It's what keeps me and Dan young. Dan and I are the same age. Tara's knocking on the door.
She is. So you're hanging out with us. We're not hanging out with you.
No, I guess you're right. You guys are all older than me.
Spartan is knocking at the door. He's getting closer.
That's because marijuana and cannabis has no
keeps you young,
man.
That's why I have such a damn problem with waking up this early. Is because I'm not so old. You guys got it figured out.
I know, man. You gotta get that Geritol in you like 6 p.m., dude.
Gotta have that
Geritol and Ovaltine.
Right on, man. I like the Ovaltine.
Werther's.
Some good old fucking malto meal.
I've never been to Skilbo's house, but it smells like Bengay. I'm sure.
There you go.
Tiger
Ball. It smells like dank. It smells like dank and rollerball.
Okay. Yeah, as long as it doesn't smell like mothballs.
Not that fucking old.
I hate fucking mothballs.
Oh shit.
Cutting it up this morning.
I'll dab to that. I got to dab before dab time at hash time.
Yeah, that 420 wife told me I couldn't do a big dab because I have an eye doctor's appointment this morning.
It'll get your pressure down before you got to get.
So we're gonna have to make it a smaller dab size, but still a dab.
Fasting blood and my appointments. You're getting it all done today, aren't you?
Well, I've been. All right, man. Full
want to see the proctologist too?
No, full disclosure.
He likes to be.
I was supposed to get this blood work done on Monday, and I blew it off on Monday and had coffee, and I blew it off on Tuesday and blew it off on Wednesday.
So here we are.
That's right.
It's
Nobody's
Thursday.
fault but my own. So, cheers.
Hey, at least you listen to your wife. Somewhat, he says.
Mumbles. He doesn't say it out loud there. Looks over his shoulder.
She could hear it.
She's on the other side of the camera poking him with a stick.
She's not far. The bedroom's like right there.
Don't get fly. Somebody's dog wants to go outside, Tara.
No, they're just being difficult this morning. They want out and about with me. They're mad I haven't been home, and they don't like that. So Oh. And they hear you guys talking, so they think that there's a bunch of people here. So
I thought it was because it's still dark and the birds aren't going yet that they figured they'd get into the act.
They hear you guys and think it's party time.
Get her all packed up nice here. And that's what I'll be using to smoke out of there.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
The Terra Chill.
Here, hold her up again, Scobo. I got you a spotlight.
There you go.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. I like it because it has a, hold on, bring that back.
You got
It
it.
has a flat mouthpiece on it. So it's pretty sweet.
Pretty cool.
All right. We still have 4 minutes of hash time, so that's excellent.
I was early. Ah.
I'm going with some.
I was telling you that I was dabbing before it was time to dab, so I was ready to dab. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Some red center farm.
It's your pre-dab dab.
I'm going with the.
I gotta get your lungs ready for that.
Alien Drive Sift.
I am low on red center hash.
Low.
I'm babying it very sparingly. I've only been using it, right now, but I normally only do it at nighttime. So I've been trying to be real good with it. But it's so good. It's hard.
Down to 1 jar of the Earth OG.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Oh, that makes me want to do some of that too right now. Oh.
Well, I'll have some.
Yeah, let me get that out. I'll at least sniff it. It'll make me feel better.
Since I got shit I got to get done too, I'm going to take some of this Red Setter Farm flow, see if it'll get me
so
up and at 'em.
Earth OG.
I like that Earth OG. I like
love it.
Hitting that one before bed.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh, and shout out to Doc Dankenstein if you got any of his Zookies and you put some of that on there. Woo-wee, buddy.
Hard to hear that. Rasta K broke his rig.
Oh, F in the chat.
It's been going around lately. So be careful. Be careful out there.
Time to go by.
Sucks,
Michigan
man.
Matt broke his rig right before we went live on the Sunday show.
Red broke one during the show and broke his Sherlock.
Rip.
Who was it that used to always have the man downs? Oh, old man.
Yeah.
He'd have his fucking
His phone would fall over.
It would fall over in the middle of the show. Rip in peace. Gone.
Man down was probably my wittiest comment ever on this show. Sorry, chat.
I don't know. Your fucking Dankrupt was fucking funny.
That's pretty fun.
That was awesome.
You think of how many hours and hours, days and days and weeks of fucking material. You know what I mean? I think we have over 200 videos in the library.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I think you guys are on track for another 200 more.
Well, speaking of long ass shows, Monday on the late sesh we had Frugal Force come through, and they have always been ones for long episodes. Those 4-hour boys. So it was nice to have them come through. I had Green 13, Porch Farmer was coming live from Ohio. Yeah. And then Spartan Red, Abolished, and myself. So that video's up. Make sure to go check it out. Good vibes there. So yeah, that was a nice springboard segue to get to that point.
I dig it. You're fabulous at that. We'll do another small tab.
There you go. Cheers, Dan.
Cheers, fellas.
So while we're doing a dab, I wanted to check out. This is Fresh Cut with Mac 1.
That's it.
He's talking about greenhouse and stuff. This is his first ever photo period harvest. First ever photo period plant was Mac 1. So cheers to Fresh Cut. Very excited.
I thought you were gonna call them Fresh Crocs.
Dude, Crocs are essential to keeping, and he's not even wearing them in that video, in that picture.
Are you sure?
He's gonna be reprimanded.
After hash time, my friend. it'll all wait till after hash time.
Goodness. My lady I take care of was just trying to call me. She's like, I'm awake. I was like, it's too early for you. Go back to bed. She's like, but it's only 6 something. I was like, it's almost 7. Go back to bed. And then I felt bad not taking her phone call because then I'm thinking, ah, shit, maybe there's something wrong with her. So I was like, now I got to call her back.
Always loyal.
Cave Diver asks, why are the names green? The names that are green are members on YouTube. Under the chat, there's a join button if you're on Android. If you're not on Android, you have to open it on the browser, I think, to be able to do it. But then you can join the YouTube membership and it gives you the green names. And then it's got the emblems. There's an emoji. I need to have someone make some more emojis for the channel. But there, I put the emoji in the chat. Stuff like that. That's what the green name is for, just to show who's supporting the channel financially.
I didn't put enough of that in there anymore.
Porch Farmer says, get a sick yellow emblem. So the yellow one, I think, is the 2nd month. Okay, it might be the 3rd month. No, yeah, the yellow one is the furthest one because that's the one that the show account has. So the emblem that Porch Farmer has is the hardest one to have so far. The Trav asks, when did we start doing this? Assuming he means the show as a whole, it was August 19th of 2019 was our first show.
For what?
The podcast.
No, it wasn't August 1st.
Oh, not August, April. Sorry.
April 19th.
That was the first day, first thing we ever put up on our podcast was April 19th.
We were talking about people that are green. I'd also like to give a shout out to Mr. Greach and to Porch Farmer and Rasta K that I see that are also green on here. And Nut Tree 420. Anybody else is green? Lori is green. So cheers, guys. Thanks for the love and support. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
She's not coming with me this weekend.
What?
Nope.
I also want to give a shout out to Goodrich. It's green. Making sure.
Yes.
Do some.
Somebody needs to ride up with you.
It's okay. I mean, she's going to Lake Cumberland for a memorial ride for my dad, with some of my family, and I'm not up for that. So I'm going to Michigan. So it's not there yet. So
Gotcha.
she's going there, and I'm going to Michigan, and gonna hang out for the weekend and
safe travels.
Hide in Michigan like I do.
Jay Green asks if we have a preference between Patreon and YouTube support, which is a relevant question. Our YouTube, we don't have any Patreon exclusive content for a reason. We don't want to exclude people from stuff.
We don't want to use a paywall for the shit, man.
Like a paywall to say, like, hey, you can't watch this show if you don't pay money. However, if you want to support the show, since the content is the same in both places, we get more of a percentage of your support on Patreon than we do on YouTube, if that's relevant to you. But you can, if you join both, like Porch Farmer said, you get the cool green name. So it's up to you. Or if you want the name only, you can just join on YouTube. It doesn't matter to us. You did ask, so I got to tell you the percentage is definitely better on Patreon. Should do Patreon day with the Growski. I mean, why not? We hang out with all the patrons, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that we don't, is there?
There's like some that are further away.
Sure.
We have patrons that are across the country, but I believe everyone on there is very close to the show.
I am going to Florida in November, and my sister and I are going to make it a point to stop off and sesh with Rasta K. He's
in Georgia.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, man.
So I'm going to reroute
Oh, yeah.
my trip to be able to come over there and hang out and meet up. So
The last
Shout
time I
out to
was in
Rasta
Georgia was right after we started the show. I had to go down there for a week. And some of those wake and bakes down there solo was like such an old school feeling because you're in like a red state and you know what I mean? You can't like, otherwise I'll just fucking smoke wherever. I don't really care. But, you know, down there, I get a little too much Dukes of Hazzard feel sometimes. So,
Gotta be
Oh,
careful,
good.
man. Especially if they see the Michigan plates on your car.
yeah, well, it's in the country too. It's not like in Atlanta or anything.
Right
It's pretty
on.
dope. She's gone now, Captain. So it looks like you should be fueled up and ready to meet the day.
Yeah, rip in peace, man.
Ooh. At Ash, though, shout out Red Setter Farm for the flow.
I never did my hash time dab because I was pulling up the picture of fresh cut, so I'm gonna do that.
Shout out to Brittany from Alaska.
Yeah, shout out, Red.
Hell yeah.
cheers. Wow.
That's one of the things that I like the most is, you know, like as soon as he mentioned Rasta K, I immediately was like, oh, yeah, Georgia, man. You know, and I love that this isn't tied to boundaries. Yes, this is the Michigan Bros Grow Show, but this isn't limited to us. Not just, you know, as far as the chat, but the content as well. You know what I mean? This is a cannabis community live stream. So I feel like cannabis is the one thing that does dissolve boundaries. And
Yeah.
so I just want to personally thank each and every one of you, wherever you're at this morning. Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for getting high with us. I hope that you are able to start your day off right with us and kick ass throughout the day and pass it on, you know, good vibes all the way forward. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I
Sure.
agree.
That covered the whole time that he was dabbing two guys. That took that whole time.
It's still full, dude. I still got more to go.
Wow.
But since the beginning, our whole
ethos.
of the show is to build the community and
Tap into it.
every day, every week, every month, we've had a larger community. And I don't mean viewership numbers. I don't mean anything like that. I mean people that actually show up and say hi to us, people that sit at the table and smoke with us and all of that, the important stuff, you know, and of course the community of people in Alaska. We definitely appreciate you guys very, very much in the chat. But like, we like fostering a community of real friends that really value each other and share the same vibes as we do. So we appreciate you guys being here with us, smoking with us in the morning, being part of that.
I can definitely attest that true friendships have been made and the community has came together and, you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate my Rolodex of growers that I have available that I can reach out to if I'm having issues or whatnot. That's very meaningful to me. Thank you all. Thank you all in the chat.
It's definitely valuable in other ways when you have that Rolodex, right? And you have to ask a question about something specific.
And it's huge.
You can be like, oh, I remember Spartan said something about that one time. I'll ask him, and you can get the info from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know, a lot of these people, you know, I mean, reach out in DMs, they'll answer you.
Absolutely. That's how I was able to get where I am. I mean, I'm a small town chick from Ohio, so my resources were limited. If it wasn't for these guys and this community in general, just specifically these guys, I reached out to a lot of people when I first started doing this, and these guys were the only ones that treated me like a person. So, I mean, I really appreciate that greatly, and it means a lot because I've been able to succeed in doing something that, you know, I had a really great first grow, and a lot of people don't even successfully get a grow completed on their first way. So I couldn't have done that by myself. Granted, you know, yeah, I have growing history of vegetables and that, and I'm sure it goes with some experience, but for the most part, if it wasn't for you guys helping me and walking me through this and giving me the confidence more than anything that I could do it, I wouldn't be right here now. So that's huge, just absolutely huge, because there was people that wouldn't even respond to me, and you guys reached out and did. So I really appreciate that, and that's why I really have always liked your guys' show. You reached out, you talked in the chat. It was very personable and very knowledgeable. So, and I've had a whole lot of fucking laughs through this time too. So it's been great.
It has. It's been a wonderful experience.
Yeah, I have no complaints. So I'm very fortunate. I mean, I certainly did not set out to be on YouTube or anything like that. I mean, I was trying to figure out how to grow my meds, and I met you guys, and then all this kind of fell into place too. And I mean, this is a lot of fun, but I hope I'm showing that females can grow and succeed and do it also.
Absolutely. You're a great spokesperson, and there's many awesome, fabulous female growers out there. We know that because we just have one kick our ass too in the grow off. So yeah, shout out to all the lady growers and
Can of Kitten,
everybody,
420 wife,
putting it out there, man. No boundaries at all.
Absolutely.
Well, and you didn't have to be a new grower to learn things from the show. I think that everyone involved with the show has become a better grower since we started.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm sure Scobo can attest, we've been as a panel all smoking each other's stuff since the beginning, and the level is constantly going up.
Yeah, man, for sure. I know that I have benefited from it. Look, I never come on here and you'll never hear me say that I'm a great grower. I like to make fun of myself for it, but even the panel will agree that it has gotten better. So to me, I don't know, man. To me, we were talking before I had to take my dog outside. His name is Kaiser. He's a giant schnauzer. It's my fucking dude. He is. He's my buddy, man. But, the whole purpose of this was to tap into the community. And the reason to do that wasn't to just network. It was to learn. Every single time that you tune into one of these shows, you'll learn something. And it's not just this show, because that's true for any show about anything that is informative. You know what I mean? I've learned things from people like Spartan for things that I should be doing. I've learned things from Sequence for things that I should be doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just that. I've also learned to become a better grower because I've taken some of their genetics into my garden, and listening to their tips on what they've done to bring out the best in that cut and their expressions has taught me little tidbits along the way of like shit that I should probably try on other plants of mine as well. So it's about staying humble.
Absolutely. And you are the most humble grower I know. You grow some fabulous meds.
Thanks, there.
Give credit where credit is due. You are a fabulous grower, Skilbo, and you never show your buds off or nothing. I respect that. And
no. Because this has always been about medicine for me. That's how Sequence kind of hooked me in the beginning with this, was because I was working with Shane from Cheap Home Grow, and growing with my fellow growers. You want to learn something? Watch those dudes. You want to be at the cutting edge of that shit? Check them out. And I also want to give a shout out to Medically Fit.
Yeah.
Dude will straight up DM me throughout the day and send me white paper, cool ass shit on, like cutting edge genetics and things like that. And even though it's above my head, I still try to read it and digest it, because maybe there's one thing in there that I can pull out and be like, oh shit, I didn't know that. So I don't have to be a fucking genius to do right by my garden, and neither do you. That goes
back to the Rolodex thing.
Yeah, man. So,
man.
Good morning. Rise and grind. Welcome to the Wake and Bake.
I heard a good quote a long time ago, and it was, "Don't ever be too smart to learn." That kind of stuck with me, and I think that everyone should remember that. And I think that that's what helps keep you humble.
I'm going to give you a Zen thing. And it says, in the beginner's mind, everything is possible. In the master's mind, very little. You have to retain a beginner's mind.
Absolutely.
Don't get to the point where you're like, nope, I'm right, fuck you.
And
because you're never going to learn that way.
Also, there's this this
Man down.
community. This community where you have a bunch of mediocre growers coming together, bonding together and making fabulous growers together.
Thank you for realizing that I'm mediocre, Dan.
Well, I was trying to keep us humble.
It's for life.
But together,
Dan.
I think we're definitely better growers together. I mean, we're all separate, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
And that's a community web you guys have created and or help create.
Every time we meet up, and I smoke your flower, you smoke my flower, etc., it turns into, whether you like it or not, a little bit of a like mental competition or whatever. And you're always like, well, I want to do better next time, or I want to do better next time, or I want them to like it more next time. And
absolutely,
and then we keep showing up and meeting up and sharing our flower with our friends, and it's like little mini cups.
Well, and you don't want to bring trash to the fucking game either.
No.
Exactly.
Like I don't want to feel bad. Like here's some fucking bullshit that I grew.
The bar's going up.
Yeah. The very first time I met Tara, she drove all the way up here to Houghton Lake, and we met up, and I give her some flower, and I had a lot of anxiety about, her reflections of my flower, and I was all nervous. My wife could see it. She's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, man, I just want to know her opinion. It's pretty important to me. She knows all these people. Yeah, she said some good things and made me feel a lot better because I didn't know. As a grower, I think we're always concerned about how other people perceive our products. And, that's very important to a grower. I'm always asking people to get high on that. I mean, does it work for you? Is it good meds for you?
Right.
I would like to know that, as a grower.
And that's a question that no one will answer.
Fabulous meds.
All of your friends will tell you, yeah, it's the best shit ever, no matter what.
Abolished will not.
Well, no, and you know what? It's hard to be truthful sometimes, because not everything is great.
Well, I realize that I have a different palate than everyone else. You know what I mean? So what ticks all the boxes for you, for your endocannabinoid system and the whole key and the lock thing, it's not the same as mine. And that's not saying, ooh, I smoke better shit than you do, because it's not about that. It's just what works for you. And if you really think about that, that's why we keep trying new genetics in our garden, whether you're popping them or getting them as like prime cuts from somebody else, is you're trying to improve the complete experience for yourself. And that's why you drop strains, is because it's not checking all the boxes for you. And that's okay. So what checks the boxes for Sequence and what works well in his garden isn't going to work always well in mine. So, sometimes it's better to just enjoy the smoke from the source, you know what I mean? And go that route. Or you're going to have to change up your entire environment and grow one plant and then try to force everything else into that way. Or, you know what I mean? It can be done, but who's really going to do that?
Shout out to Nicholas McCabe for becoming a member.
Welcome.
You know what? Nicholas has been here pretty regularly on a few of these shows, so it's good to see you again.
Yeah, Nicholas McCabe's been here for a while.
Yeah.
We very much appreciate your continued support, man.
Absolutely.
Dan's a wonderful grower. So.
Oh, don't be talking like that. I was just saying, there's a lot of anxiety about people smoking your meds.
We're going to build them up.
No, that's not me. It's the nectar, man. It's not me.
No, it's not.
It's not me. It's the nectar. There's a new tagline for somebody.
I'm telling you.
That you and that 420 wife put for that. You guys are dedicated, and it shows. I don't care what nutrients you use. the dedication shows and
Oh,
all
thank you.
everybody's stuff. It really does.
Well,
For all of the growers, it's it's just the nutrients and it's just the genetics. You know what I mean?
It's
Okay.
not.
It's all of the stuff.
I bumped into a lady from high school yesterday, and she's new to growing, and she was stopping by, and you can just tell people
Here's
who are
herb growing
passionate
legal.
about it, and how they talk about it, and I can tell the people who are in it just for the money kind of say, you can just weed them people out, and man, I really like helping them people that are passionate about it and truly treat it for the wonderful medicine that it is, not just a cash crop.
You know what I look forward to? I look forward to the day when we're able to have real large events again. And hopefully we can get some of these people that aren't local to Michigan to drop by and get high with us. It'd be sweet, man. That day will come.
Absolutely.
It's getting there.
We've got a few that want to make a trip.
They're medical card only events, a lot of them. So if you don't have your card, you can't get in, The cryocultivation cup with a medical card.
Yeah, we just have to do a private event. And then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Look forward to something cool in 2021, guys.
Absolutely.
This dumpster fire will be done, and we'll walk into the next one.
You mean the show, right?
Sure.
But you can't look away.
No.
Porch Farmer says, I'm ready for something cool.
Burning garbage terps.
Abolish would love burning garbage terps.
Cheers, Highway 420. That would be sweet, man. Yeah. So there's still 77 people chilling with us. Good morning. I hope that everything's starting off on the right foot and you're able to smoke down with us before you get your day started.
Always starts my day off great when I've been with you guys.
Shit, you start at 3:30 in the morning after you slept 2 hours and you're up doing monster dabs or fucking smoking Divine Storm or whatever.
I love that Divine Storm. So good. And I slept a little bit, maybe 4 hours last night, maybe 4 hours. But I had a lot of work to do in the garden, and sometimes I don't get in until 8 or 9 at night. So it all has to get done sometime.
Yeah, man.
I can sleep when I'm dead.
Well, that's a pleasant thought to our fucking wake and bake. Jeez.
The Porch Farmer, real quick. Porch
on.
Farmer has his swamp stick seeds on pause because of wedding cake back cross 1, which I'm sure were very expensive. I have the wedding cake. I would happily share the wedding cake clone from very verified sources that I would happily share with you, Porch Farmer. It's a very, 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 very hard to find, expensive, awesome clone.
The only time I've had it is when I got it in flower from Dapsmiths.
Yeah, man.
Remember that? Oh shit! When was that? That was right before all this silliness. So it would have been like February. Yeah. What's the name of that place? It's out there on fucking Schoolcraft.
OMS. Dab House.
Dab House. Ohms. There you go.
Yeah, that's where we're going to originally do the turn-in, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so the cut of wedding cake that I have is known to produce at over 30% and very high yield. So,
wow.
Love that.
Yeah.
And where is that as far as the stage of growth right now?
It's been a solo cut.
Okay. So
hopefully
maybe,
I don't kill it.
So okay, this is gonna be some Valentine's cannabis.
Dude, maybe my dog will eat it like the last time I got a nice clone that I wanted.
No.
She's too good a girl for that. She's not gonna.
She has. She will again.
I know.
So I'm getting ready to be flipping a Mac 1. In the flower
Nice,
card.
nice. How tall is it?
Right now it's about 19, 20 inches.
Super small.
I would go bigger.
Go
Mhm.
bigger?
Mhm.
All right.
Go bigger.
I was told he was going to say 3 feet. I was going to be like, okay, then.
It's only gonna stretch like this much.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Normish didn't tell me that.
It does. It's not like a double stretch or anything. It's veges slow and doesn't stretch that much. So I would go bigger. You're
right.
committing a long time to the plant already.
Yeah.
So you might as
Okay.
well do
In
it.
its place, I can throw a blueberry sunset.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Would recommend.
Dude, you get that from M2?
M2, yeah. Her blueberries.
See, that's what I'm getting ready to pop. So I'm hoping I hope that there is some blue flavor that comes through on that.
Normish has some going too. A pheno. I'm sure you'll find your blueberry. I'm sure. But
I'm gonna
Oh,
step away from my screen really quick and grab a jar and be right back.
yeah.
I'm waiting for him to disappear. There he goes. Okay.
Now we can talk about.
Set your stopwatch, guys.
What the fuck, Skilbo?
Oh,
Like,
good
that was like-
times, good times, man.
Voice of God came down or something.
He does that shit to me all the time in the late session. He'll
Oh.
be sitting in the back there on it and say some ridiculous shit, and then just chime in on it. What you got there, Hoss?
Oh yeah,
We can't see through that.
Good
There
job.
you go.
we got little crop cookies.
Yeah, I got the chopped cookies in there.
You know that is some important smoke to him because it got put in the really good jar. It didn't get put in the regular jars.
Yeah, put in the really good jar.
Yeah, that's that top shelf jar.
So
Review.
I gotta figure out which jars I have. Do I have yours, Skilbo?
No, I have one,
Okay.
but I would gladly take another.
No, they belong to someone. Well, I'll figure it out.
Rasta K wants to know if you still see white hairs, but you're seeing milky and amber trichomes. Do you let it go till the hair's amber? I say breed your trichomes because
I
not
would
all
harvest.
ambers are going to.
I would harvest. Yeah.
I would harvest.
Die
too.
off. I'm sorry we missed your question. But yeah, I had a garlic leaning Gorilla Glue hybrid that went like 88 days, and it still had white pistils, but it
Holy shit.
milky or cloud or amber trichomes. We ended up harvesting it with the white hairs, and then they all turned orange after it dried. But yeah, harvest that shit.
Well, Sequence put some pictures up pre-harvest, and I didn't see a single amber in any of those, but they were all consistently milky.
I personally harvest that all milky. I like.
Prefer to harvest
Supreme
as
Grill.
soon as I start seeing amber. Like
No,
as
I
soon
don't.
as
I'm not talking amber on leaves; those don't count.
Right. Yeah, exactly. As soon as
Totally.
as soon as I start seeing amber, and as long as it's just about all milky, because it's never gonna be perfect.
All milky,
But yeah, I make sure. But that's when I harvest, and I've had really good luck with that.
Well, yeah, like I said, I try not to get a lot of the couch lock. I want to get shit done.
I
If I
don't.
get up in the morning and smoke that heavy shit, man, whoa, I'm getting nothing done.
Right back, man.
Sit there on Instagram.
Sit there on Instagram.
True story, man. My phone will tell me every week how much time you spent.
12 hours, 14 minutes.
Don't even want to talk about it. Yeah, but a lot of times it's bullshit because it's just running in the background while I'm doing shit. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. So
I use Pandora at work, so that's
Yeah.
Sorry for typing in my microphone.
he's
Goodrich was saying that he questions the THC percentage at dispensaries, so I wanted to cover that really quick. if you're at a medical or recreational licensed dispensary, all the flour has to go through metric testing, which means it's batch tested every 15 pounds, I believe. They take like 10 or 14 grams or 18 grams and test it. They test it for THC percentage. They test it for cannabinoids. They test it for actually everything but cannabinoids, I believe. So they test it for pesticides. They test it for mildew and mold, bacteria, heavy metals. Rec testing is less scrutinous than medical testing. Medical stuff has higher standards because it's medical grade. They have like higher or less ppms allowed for like residual solvents and stuff like that. So yeah, so the dispensary that you're talking about that has a waiver like that means they aren't licensed. So that would be more dubious to me for sure. I agree with you in that case. But any licensed facility, all of that flour has been tested or they can't put it on the shelf. It'll actually have the metric tag on it when you buy the flour.
And it's kind of stupidly overly processed how they do this. If you don't know the metric system and how this cannabis has to move through it and how many hands it has to shuffle through legally, it's crazy.
Well, to add to that, if you go back to the Bro Show Live that we did with Matt from Mitten Canico, he told us a story about the people that came and picked it up, just like cramming, the end product.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, don't do that, because you spent all that time. And even though it is a rec market, that doesn't mean that people aren't still going to a rec market to buy it for medicinal usage.
Right.
So I get it. But at the same time, you want your Tylenol tested or you want your prescription drugs tested. So, I understand the way that it is. There's too many hands in the pot and the steps along the way. But, I mean, I don't know.
Trying to keep it from being monopolized.
Well, I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
It's going to be an exclusive club.
Oh, it's all
and
right.
as George Carlin says, and you ain't in it.
This month is a really bad month for caregivers.
Oh, man. The dog knows. Yeah, dog.
Poor Xena. She hears all you men out here and she's like, what's going on? What's going on?
Who are these
Who's
strangers?
Here? Who is it? Who's here? Who's here to see me and not pet me?
So you're saying your dogs are just like you?
I need to sniff something.
Yes.
You need to sniff something? Yeah.
No, the dog. Me personally.
If you're going to sniff a jar or something, get those cannabinoids,
Yeah, man.
Those
Let's smell
extras.
something.
There you go. Put a smile on your face. Mm-hmm.
No, I can't be smoking anymore. I gotta go to the doctor.
You got very similar smells going if you've got mandarin cookies and I'm rolling chocolate cookies.
Mandarin cookies. She's kind of foxtail.
Sequence, is this your...
We need a better camera, don't we?
It's not. I'm sending you a camera, Dan.
Yeah.
I have it.
We got you.
Send me some shirts for this weekend.
All right. Send me your address.
You just have to meet Tara on the freeway.
Okay.
And
Tara knows where I live.
We'll set up a booth.
I do need to meet up with him anyway, so that could potentially happen.
Yeah, maybe because somebody, hey, you got any shirts? I'll be like, hell yeah.
I got beans for
man.
picking up.
Beans. What you get?
Beans is the Ethos Autos.
You're getting Ethos Autos or giving him?
Giving them to him. I'm getting them from someone and we're
cool.
trading.
They're going to the next year's greenhouse, right?
Yeah.
Well, not next year's greenhouse. Dude, we'll plant them fucking in a couple weeks.
Because you got the heater now.
We get the heater. We'll just throw them in.
There you go. How many? What was it? Was it a 2-pack on those?
I think, what did we say? I think 9.
Yeah, I think he got 9 and I got 12.
Yeah, I'm getting 9.
Why did it depend on the tier?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm in the highest tier. I got, I don't know, lucky or whatever. I was one of the first people to sign up. So I got the best deal and I get extra benefits. So I got...
It was way extra beans.
Way extra beans. Plus I get like extra hat pens and stuff like that.
Yeah, did you figure out, what was that, the grill? The grill was cool as shit, man.
The grill is for Lilac Diesel.
Okay.
I did figure that out. And the dinosaurs for Crescendo, which...
Because that was on the pack.
That was what was on the pack. And the cherries was for Cherry Garcia. That's what's on the pack. Yeah, Nicholas, we're talking about the multi-pass.
Do you have Cherry Garcia?
I did, but I gave it away.
Okay.
I know who grew it, though, and they said that of all the strains that they got from me this year in seed, that was their favorite one, was the Cherry Garcia.
Hopefully they were able to take a cut of it.
I'm sure they did not.
Sure they did not. So what's in the multi-pass this year that you are looking forward to running that is a photo period?
I don't even remember what was in there. I wasn't that excited about any of them compared to the last ones.
Yeah.
I'm so disinterested in popping seeds that I didn't even care what was on the list except for autoflowers. So I know that there's a Crescendo auto.
Was it the peach one?
It's just Crescendo, I believe. And then I don't even remember the other 2 autos, but I'm primarily interested in those because the greenhouse has been my focus all year. So heckin' A. So people are asking about hats. I'm getting hats made.
Let's talk about pins.
I'm getting hat pins made.
Pins are going to be done.
And we have shirts made. We have a website, but it needs a lot of work. And I'm real lazy about it. You need to put the shirts up on the website.
Right.
I bought all the shirts, or we bought all whatever. We bought all the shirts, and they're here. So I should make them available so that they're available. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? They're nice quality, man. They're nice shirts, man.
They are nice. They are very nice.
Wash well. They don't shrink. They're printed really good. They're soft. Really nice quality.
Make sure to hit the DM on Instagram for the show account. If you are interested in these, just put your size and quantity in there. We'll see what we can do.
This is one of the old hats, the original hats. The snapback. I think they had a dad one too. I'm not sure if you guys are still using that site or not.
Yeah. No, they just charge me, so you can still order stuff from there.
But yeah, I got a hoodie from there, zip up hoodie, a couple shirts.
I have shirts all the way up to 4X, Goodrich. But please send us a message. Either email us at Mish Bros Grow Show or send us a DM on Instagram. I don't have hoodies yet. Hoodies are extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It wasn't in the budget. I don't know what the hats will be fresh cut.
They're going to be expensive.
I'm assuming hats are going to be about the $35 price range.
They'll be about that price range, but I'm not sure what the style will be necessarily. Probably 2 different styles, maybe flat bill and then mesh ones.
I was going to say dad hats.
Be like trucker style mesh ones for in the garden, and then like flat bill like this one for when you're not in the garden.
CalMag hats, kazoo.
I have an idea for CalMag design for a CalMag t-shirt that I'm going to get done for the show. I just need to talk to a designer. And I'm not sharing that design on air.
Nope.
But it's a really good one. But I think people would buy it. 100% people think people would buy it.
I think so too. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah, Durbin, I agree. Just like the t-shirts, have no intention of cheaping out on the hats and getting something that I wouldn't personally use. It's disappointing when you get merchandise from certain companies. No specific one really, even large companies, and the quality is very low, or it's something that you don't enjoy wearing or having, or anything like that. Everyone works hard for their money, so I would rather spend $20 on a shirt than $15 on a shirt and get something that I would wear. So I think that the world agrees with that, and that's kind of the mentality that we're going with. That's why the shirts that we have right now are much better than the shirts that you can order on the Streamlabs site, like
yeah, it's a different
Dan was
quality
talking
shirt.
about.
But the
They
hats
wanted
are
to
really
increase
good
the
quality. I mean,
Well,
this is embroidered. It's
Right.
not, a
So
sticker or
on a
nothing.
female aspect on the other shirts is there's a V-neck one that I have, which I absolutely love it, but it's an extra large, and I'm glad I got the extra large because I think
Sizes
it
run
fits
small.
well. So yeah, very small, so it gets hung up to dry for sure. But
You don't
my
want
knees,
it to be a
my
hoochie
knees
mama
have
shirt.
Tank
to
top.
pressed out a bit, but yeah. But I love that shirt too, so there's no way I'm not gonna wear it. But my second shirt, it's comfy. I love that one. So good.
See, I got some support for Cal Mag shirts. There
Oh,
you
yeah.
Yeah, told ya.
Pre-order.
go. The amount of money I have in shirts,
Yeah,
man,
man, I
you
need
wouldn't
some
believe.
coffee.
exactly,
You guys have no
yeah.
idea. This is killing me not having no coffee.
Oh, the Trop Cookies is so good. I haven't smoked this in like a week.
I
Oh
was
my
only smoking one joint today, but I made a big one. But
There you go.
yeah, man. My mouth's all dry. Cough.
I hear her. She's like, do you
Did you
have
hear?
water? Yeah, she's like, do you have
I'm
water?
approved for water. I'm marked safe.
There you go.
God.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, when I get off this show, man, I'm booking up, get my blood drawn, and I'm gonna run over to Speedway and get me a fucking coffee. And then I gotta go to the eye doctor, get me some new glasses. I've been waiting a year because I'm cheap.
Hey, they're
I'm
expensive.
excited for you, man.
Yeah, man, I had these like a month and I broke them. Yeah, it's my fault. You're right, it's my fault. But
Oh,
That's
mine
why
was
you
my
can't have anything nice.
no.
mine was the puppy. She ate mine, so
Oh my
I had
god.
it for like 6 weeks exactly, and I fell asleep on the couch and like took my glasses off and sat them up on the coffee table and woke up and gnawed all up. So had to wear them bitches for a whole year.
Yeah, I know the struggle.
Digital had a bunch of good questions in the chat and then accidentally linked 2 sentences with a period and timed himself out. So here, I'm gonna post them all. I need soil guys to try to answer these questions. So here's the first one. This is Digital D in the chat. Can you read it? And
I'm looking at it right now. I'm reading the second one.
yeah, but read it out loud.
The mini scoops one.
The whole thing, right? It's one
Okay,
whole
there
thing.
we go. It's split up. The 4x4, right? Yeah, 4x4 tent, 600 watt HPS, living soil, 4 different strains. Did 8 weeks of veg, transplanted from 1 gallon to 7 gallon fabric pots 14 days ago. Flipped flower 10 days ago. It's my second grow, ocean forest with, no, come on now. 15% extra worm castings and 10% more perlite. Recharge weekly, tease twice. Now for the question. Will I make it through flower without adding organic fertilizers? I see lots of YouTube growers adding mini scoops of 284 to amend the soil during flower. Can my microbiology keep up during flower without the extras? My first grow petered out halfway through flower. Thank you all. There. Okay. So,
based on my experience with Recharge Plush Ocean Forest,
it's in your wheelhouse.
I would say you'd make it, but I don't know how big the plants are. I know how big the pots are. So our pots were 45s though, so that's not comparable. But the plants were very large.
Did they yellow out prematurely is the question.
If your plants aren't much, too big for your pots, then you'll be okay. But some strains can get pretty hungry, and if they're, hogging your pots up, real large plants, then you might need to add some stuff. I'm not sure.
I would say that you're fine, personally. You said that you added teas, but you didn't tell me what you did, and you didn't tell me if you broadcast the things that you used in the tea. So once you make a tea and you're done with it, open that up and cast it over top of the area that you're using the tea on so that it has time to further break down the soil, because really you're just getting that quick rinse if you're doing like a 24-hour tea or less. You said that you're using recharge, and you're saying that you're seeing other people who use 2 or 4 scoops. I'm just going off the top of my head here, vamping, of something that was 284. So that's just a basic idea in my mind of what people think cannabis needs, which is low nitrogen, high phosphorus, and a little bit of an elevation in potassium. Am I right? My NPK number is working. Okay. So look at Tara go over there like she's fucking brazing the goddamn copper pipe to fix the laundry.
She probably could, dude.
Okay, so I'm distracted. Anyway, so if I don't know what you put in your tea, but let's assume that you do it twice, so you're doing some kind of flower tea, something that's high in those numbers already. I don't see why you would need to add more. And you said you increased your worm castings, which it sounds like it's money to me, but your mileage may vary. And then again, you have to remember that it's not just the things that we put to feed our plants, it's also the environment that we have them in. And you didn't specify what you did the first round where it petered out halfway, what you did differently that round that you have corrected this round. So I don't know if that's helped you. If not, please hit us back in the chat. Watch the punctuation so it doesn't get goofy with you, but we'll try to go from there. Yeah, anybody want to add to that?
If you think she made a link, you're
contradict that.
Effed up.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not a high science grower like that. Like I said, I'm not an authority on this. I can just tell you what I do. I am water only, but that's because I've built my soil over time. I did have a cover crop on it before. I don't have one at the moment. I do have the Build a Soil 16 seed blend that I can put back on it, but I'm still trying to work on my even saturation for the bed for watering. So Sequence, I ended up ordering those other Netafim sprayers, the ones that go on the rods, because I feel like if I can get those up a little bit higher in the air with the double spray pattern, that I'll be able to really lock in the whole 4x8 bed.
I'm so happy with the first sprayers that I would have no problem recommending any of their stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, and then so what I'm doing is I ordered a bigger pump. Remember how we had, what was that first one that we ordered? Was it a quarter or a third? The submersible. It was a Supreme pump, I think.
Third, I believe.
Called. Okay, so I ordered a half because I'm going to be adding more sites to it. So that would be a decrease in pressure in my mind. So, and these are the pressure check style Netafim too. So I'm assuming that I'll be good with this. But this allows me to put more spaghetti lines out of the original hose while still keeping a decent enough water pressure so that I can get a big enough spray pattern. So it's going to work out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the one that I have right now. And I was thinking about, I'm going to put them in veg for when I use the Easy Swap pots, which are smaller. You know what I mean? I typically only use the 1s, 2s, and 3s. Unless I'm trying to grow a monster, then I'll use like the 7s that I have just for the shit of it. But I was thinking about putting a PVC manifold on the wall and then using the like 1/2-inch connectors to the thread that goes down to a 1/4 inch so I could run the spaghetti lines off of it and then set up a hard reservoir in the room so that I could kick the pump on and then I would have manual control so that I could dial in, I don't know, fucking around.
Hey man, automation, making it simpler.
Yeah. I've had too many issues where I've grown these monsters waiting in line to flower where they've actually gotten to the point where they weren't worth bringing back. They dried out so much because I got sick. And you know, shout out to anybody out there that is a patient grower. Sometimes you are just not going to be able to get into the garden. And it's really, really easy to get down on yourself about that. And, you know, it sucks, but it will happen eventually. And it's what you do, you know, when you get pushed like that, you know, where you got to bounce back somehow. So whether that means starting new genetics to take over what you got, or trying to up pot and plan for those times where you may be sick, you know what I mean? There's just so many variables to this whole thing. Somebody take me away. Come on, Cal.
Take you away, man. Hey, you're
Cal
on a
Mag, take
roll.
me away.
On a roll, man.
Chatty Cathy this morning.
All right.
Just reading chat, Fresh Cut and Porch Farmer talking about Traeger grills, and I was all distracted, excited.
Ooh,
At the barbecue.
I
Hunger
just-
going.
food.
While I was talking, did we get any kind of confirmation on whether we helped answer that question?
I was
I
listening
don't
to you. And
think
I'm
there
I
was-
know I was chatting so much that I don't know. Cheers. Either way, you know,
yeah.
do what we can. We are coming
76
down.
people with us today.
We got 9 minutes left, so I'm gonna roll one more joint, get us up out of here. The last run, so communal smoke time. In fact, I'm going to dig into some of the Citro Blue.
Good call.
Very good call.
Immediately following this show, I'm leaving,
On a jet plane?
going to the
Back
greenhouse, and we're flipping heat in that bitch.
Damn,
Yeah,
I was
man.
like, you were saying
Damn.
going to Speedway to get me a coffee.
again.
Like, damn, you're a
I'll get
You're
you
a
a coffee,
dude,
Dan.
Swell, dude. Just gotta
You're
come
a
pick her up.
long way away, brother.
Gotta come pick her up.
I'm a one-track mind.
You won't
Nope.
need coffee by the time I'm there.
You know what? Sequence is a good
Meat
host
dinner.
when if you go way back when I did the on-site wake and bake at his house, he did offer fresh coffee to me and let me dip into the Pepsi stock. So he is a good host if you do
Bang, bang, dude.
end up going to pick up your
Yeah,
coffee.
I regret not making it down to see his greenhouse.
There's
a
still
shame.
time.
There's still time.
We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll
There's
see.
not much
there's,
time, but there's time.
There's a lot going on now, so
We are
I'm just-
harvesting plants, but there's still a lot to go. We have GMO in there, Dan. So
yeah, you're gonna have a whole round of autoflowers.
yeah, I say we're gonna go forever, but you're gonna miss the most impressive part of this year. So
I
Just
know,
waiting to
it
see that
sucks.
cannabis leaf bat signal in the sky that calls me out with a pair of scissors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
got
like,
giant-
where am I
Then I
needed?
need some of them
Where am I
red
needed?
setter teleport skills to boom down there.
Yeah,
That's the aliens, brother.
That's
that's
it.
what you get for living so far away.
Dude,
I don't
know.
mind it up here. I like it.
Nice up there.
The only thing that sucks is all you guys are so far. But you know what? When we do get together, it sure is fun.
Yeah. Fresh Cut's talking to you in the chat.
Is he?
Mhm.
Sorry.
I cross my fingers for when there's like
Right,
something going on like a Sunday or something.
How's that
My
going,
day
Porch
off.
Farmer? Porch Farmer says a 10-week cut outside. Wasn't smart, but she was kicked out of my tent.
Mm.
How did it do?
Doesn't mean you can't take it early.
I know we were being brave putting stuff like GMO in the greenhouse, but I think it's going to pay off. It's chunky already, and it's got a while to go. He said it's out there. Roger Dodger, good luck. This is the struggling part of, really the struggling part of I've seen several greenhouses this year, mostly racked with PM. Aside from ours, everyone here except for Dan's been in ours, and ours is pretty good.
What did you do for IPM?
Plant therapy and lots of airflow. Lots of airflow. Talking circulating fans times like 10, and
And not overgrowing the
Exhaust.
space and
Screening
keeping things
your-
plucked up.
Screening the
Intake fans.
Yeah, that was to prevent pests, which worked pretty well.
Like grasshoppers and shit trying to jump.
Grasshoppers, moths, etc.
Oof.
Manually removing cutworms, like Fresh
Yeah.
Cut said.
Did you have a problem with the cutworms?
Yeah, we did. Not a lot of problems, but one inside of a bud. So Fresh Cut looked up, I believe, the strategy for getting rid of them. And outside of using the BT, we use, and there's BT specifically for cutworms.
Ooh, I think I can say it right for once. Bacillus thuringiensis.
Yeah,
Did
but
I just make
there's
Spartan
another
Fairy
word.
proud? I think I just made Spartan proud.
Yeah, but there's another word after that for the specific kind it is.
Well, you're on your own on that, bro. I
don't
chimed
know.
in with the smart boy.
But if you see damage on the leaves, you can check the soil in the hottest part of the day. They're in the soil. They hide and then they come out in the morning. You can move the soil and they're in there. You can just pull them out of the soil and manually remove them all. Good morning, Alan. We are live for 4 more minutes.
Yeah,
we have been live for the last 2 hours, though.
Make sure to catch the replay.
Yep. We'll be here again next week. Potentially not on Thursday, though.
Potentially could be a shakeup. Yep.
Add notifications.
And make sure that you go follow Dankman Dan on Instagram so he can keep you updated on his status for if he will or will not be able to make the next show. You never know. We'll see.
Yes, you guys will definitely be informed. We'll make the show, no matter what. Some way, somehow, something will happen.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Save the show, man.
Well, it has to be a save the show because it was originally Donuts with Dankman. And then you needed a little, so you can't bail out on us now. That's why we're getting up early, bro.
Totally. This ain't how I envisioned where I'd be going, but I tell you what, guys.
Baby, come back.
Couldn't pass it up, for sure.
It's an awesome opportunity for you.
Absolutely.
You.
I'm excited. Nervous, but excited.
Yeah, totally.
Nothing to be nervous about. Nothing at all.
No. And there's different leaves, man.
Yep.
Different leaves.
Yeah, Kazu's asking when Wake and Bake goes daily. I don't know, when somebody else picks it up and starts the show daily with it.
You're doing your part, Kazu. I see the green name. We need a lot more of them before I can quit the day job.
Oh, daily. Yeah. Phew.
Jared, what are you smoking?
Fun, it's what week are we even on? I forget.
This is the 22nd one.
Oh, it's been 20. I've been able to make like 21 episodes, I think. I think I missed one. It's been great, guys.
What the hell?
What happened? Our internet was down.
Unacceptable.
I know, right? What the complaint?
Why didn't you drive to the coffee shop and smoke a joint?
Drive to Speedway.
This ain't your part of town, buddy.
Shit. His part of town, there's a blinking light.
Shops here.
There's a blinking light and a party store.
And the party
it's not even like a bougie party store where it's like fancy dancy. It's like an old ass cinder block gas station.
No, it's like not that bad. I'm sure there's some Wi-Fi signals I could steal somewhere. No. I ain't doing that, guys.
I don't think there's any free Wi-Fi around Sequence.
If somebody caught me smoking a joint at a coffee shop trying to do a show, I'd probably get arrested or assaulted.
Yeah, you don't live in Ann Arbor, buddy.
No, I do not.
You don't live in Ann Arbor, buddy.
It's a good point, though.
Get roughed up.
Might get away with it in Traverse City.
Yeah, maybe. Well, guys, thank you. Very good morning. Appreciate you all on the panel and in the chat for joining us. Appreciate supporters Nicholas McCabe, Herb Growing Legal, for joining this morning, as well as all of the past supporters who were in the chat. I don't want to try to name you out because I will miss some, and then that is not fair. Let's go around the horn, and we'll get the hell out of here. Dankman Dan.
Dankman Dan. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me Sunday nights Bro Show, 9 p.m. You can find me possibly with the Wake and Bake again. We'll see. We'll keep you guys posted. Thanks again, man. It's been a great run if I don't come back. But I think it'll come back. We'll figure it out. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dan. Tara.
Thank you, everyone, this morning for getting up and sharing time with us. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. Hope everyone has a great day. You can find me on Instagram, Tara Wilson 1409. I will be up in Luzerne this weekend at the what's it called, Bigfoot Lodge. Dan,
Yeah, at the Croptoberfest.
Croptoberfest. So Saturday, I think it opens at 11 and goes
11 to 9 p.m.
Okay. So, and it's a free event. Anybody can come, and it's going to be a good time. Thanks, everybody.
Tara will smoke with you.
I will.
All right, Skilbo, what do you think, sir?
Skilbo1 on Instagram, Skilbo17 on YouTube. As always, I appreciate all three of you. You guys rock. It's always positive vibes, and the only thing I'll say to everybody in the audience is pay it forward. If we push some positive vibes at you, push them on to the next person. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Please do us a favor and like the show on your way out. If you want to know when the next one goes live, because the day may change, please subscribe and make sure that you're notified by checking for the bell thing. Have a great day.
Cheers, everyone.
Right. Good job.